Good morning, kiddos. So today we're going to start our performance-based assessment writing for my perspective. We have read a bunch of writings and watched even again watched some little videos, listened to some little audio about challenges and how people triumphed over those challenges. So you guys are going to write a little essay about that today. If you're struggling, well, not today, you're going to do that over 7 class periods. If you're struggling with the idea about what to, go back to that text exemplar that we did about wagon train at dusk. And then you guys go back to your little quick write thing right there when I said, think of a time that you guys faced a challenge and how did you triumph over that? That's what you can write it about. So let me show you where it's at. You're going to go into whatever class you're in. It's going to be on whatever day I decide it to be. I'll probably change it up. So it's going to be on here on Tuesday the 15th. So again, you're going to go into Tuesday the 15th. Tuesday. What's up, brother? Oh, shut up, Tyke. Yes, sir. Okay, you'll go into Tuesday. You're going to look at the My Perspectives Performance-Based Assessment Unit 1 Overview and Pre-Write. Today we'll, someone has a grammar error. Today we'll go over how to do your My Perspective Performance-Based Assessment Unit 1. It's going to be an autobiographical narrative. I'll attach handouts and explain how to do everything. To get the highest grade possible, you will complete the writing process for this essay. You have to complete the writing process for this essay. If you don't do the writing process and just the essay by itself, you're not going to get a very good grade. So I'm going to give everyone a handout to this. You're going to get the rubric, you're going to get the directions, and you're going to get a little handout to help you pre-write your story. So I'm going to click view. Here's your rubric. Here again is how you're going to get scored. When you do your final, which we're going to do your final just like you did your multiple intelligence writing, I'm going to put it on a Monday, the final. You're going to do it on a Google Doc. But what you're going to do is you're going to go into a Schoolology assignment. And then that's where you're going to type it from, and then you'll submit it like you did with the multiple intelligence writing, and then I'll print it, and I'll staple this rubric to it so you guys know how you're going to be scored. You're going to be scored off the 6 traits of writing, which is what all this is: focus and purpose, organization, details and description, voice and tone, and conventions. 4 to 1 points, is highest you can get is 4 points for each one of them. Lowest you can get is 1 point for each one of them. About the only way, guys, you're going to get zeros is if you don't do it. So this essay is going to be worth 20. The final is going to be worth 24 points total. 4 points for idea, 4 points for organization, 4 points for sentences, 4 points for voice, 4 points for words, and 4 points for convention, so 24 points. Again, the essay clearly tells a personal story with a central theme or message. The narrative is reflective, focusing on personal growth, insight, or change, which I'll explain. You got to do that. Organization, the essay has a clear beginning, middle, and end. Transitions between ideas are smooth, making the narrative easy to follow. Again, this is going to be about your life. You're going to tell a story about a time you faced a challenge and how you triumphed over that challenge. The essay uses vivid details and descriptions to bring the story to life. Sensory language helps engage the reader and evoke emotions. The narrative voice is consistent and authentic, capturing the author's unique perspective. Tone matches the theme and purpose of the story. And then the essay is free of distracting grammar and punctuation, spelling errors. Sentences are varied and correctly structured. I had ChatGPT create this rubric. Okay. Make this a little bigger. You're going to write a nonfiction narrative in which you tell about a real life experience that answers this question. When did a challenge lead to a triumph? The experience must be yours. So, again, you're going to tell about a time that you faced a challenge and how you triumphed over it. And then you're also going to reflect on what you learned about life from that. You're going to begin by giving the reader background about the experience and present a natural, logical series of events that shows how the challenge led to a triumph, and conclude by reflecting on the importance of the experience. What did you learn about life from this challenge and triumphing with this challenge? You can go back and reread any of the work we did. You can even read some of the works we didn't do to help you. Again, you can review elements of nonfiction narrative, which is all that vocab that we did at the start of the year, if you still kept them. This paper you don't have to turn in. This paper is just the directions to help you. This next paper you will turn in. This is going to be your pre-write document. Again, topic, you can put like a title for your story, put your name, beginning, when was it, who was it? Obviously, you're going to be one of the who's, but who else was involved? What was it? Where was it? And then the middle here, kind of add the transitions. With each one of these boxes, you can do beginning, middle, end. Got to get my head out of the way to see what those final lines are. And then finally, the end is the reflection. How does the story end? And what did you learn about life from this challenge and triumphing over this challenge? This document will be worth 4 points. So, again, your final is worth 24 points. You're going to get 4 points for doing a pre-write, which is this document. You're going to get 4 points for doing a rough draft. You're going to get 4 points for getting it peer edited. So again, there's 12 points. You're going to get 4 points because you're going to rewrite it. You're going to revise your document. And just like we did with the multiple intelligence writing, you're going to revise it so that way you're typing the cleanest copy possible. So all of that is 16 points. So there's 40 points. But then you guys are going to get 2 points participation every day if you're doing something in class. And we're going to do this for 7 days. So that's 14 more points. That's going to be 54 points, this total paper. So not doing it right away at the start of the quarter, it's going to be really hard to catch up. When it comes to your final, I'll create another video on Monday, the 21st, because that's when the final will be open. As far as your final your story goes, your final autobiographical narrative, I keep calling it an essay, but it's a story about your life. It's an autobiographical narrative, even though it technically is an essay. 3 paragraphs and a minimum: beginning, middle, end. The beginning will basically start off with how does your story start? What's going on? Who are the characters? All that good stuff. The middle is going to have the start of the conflict. What gets the challenge going? How does the action rise and rise and rise until we hit the climax, which will be the triumph? How did you win? How did you defeat? How did you overcome this challenge? And then the end, the third paragraph, will be how does the story end and reflect about life? What did you learn about life because you triumphed over this challenge? At a very minimum, that's what this has to be. Like I said, I'll create a second video for next week. I'm actually going to create my own essay. So you guys see a personal narrative. I'm going to do it different than the one I've done in the years past. So you guys see a mentor text again about how this should look. If you have any questions, Pirates, please talk to me in class. Thank you very much and have a super sparkly day.